Good morning, guys. We are back with a back day. It is Veterans Day, so it's actually pretty slammed in here. I forgot that everyone shows up later to the gym on Veterans Day, or any holiday that is. But we're doing some weighted pull-ups because everything else is good. So let me get a good song, and let's get into it. Warmed up to a plate and a quarter, per usual. We'll try to beat our 7.5 that we've been getting over and over again. Seven and like 3/4, maybe you could count that as a full rep. So I got another 10 hours of sleep last night, but I did wake up at 3 and then went back to sleep. So I kind of think it made me more tired. The last day of my 4-day weekend. I think after this, I'm gonna go surfing. I'm gonna get home, edit this video, eat some food, and then make sure I have enough like sodium and water to not cramp out when I'm out there all alone. It's been a while since I've gone surfing. Honestly, I've been lazy. I won't say that I've been busy because I've definitely had opportunities. I've just been lazy. Don't be lazy, folks. Do things that you want to do. I have like zero motivation to be here right now, but that's okay. We're here. It's better to get it done than not to get it done. You gotta push through those days that you don't want to do it. Nope. I think that's enough pull-up. I'm gonna grab the Arsenal. We had moved over to single arm rows because everything I wanted was taken. It's gonna be the story of the day, I have a feeling. Yeah. I went up in weight in these, bumped it to hundreds. I don't think I've ever done this before. So I'm this close to buying the new camera. It's in a cart. I might be upgrading the video soon. We'll see. I don't know why. I am just not in it right now. We're just gonna grind through this. We're gonna do one more here just because none of the other stuff I want to do is open. I hate waiting. I'm such a fat kid at heart. I'm baking tonight, and I've been going on a spree. We're trying to bring in like a list of what we should bake, and I have a list of 6, and I could make like a list of 20. And I know as soon as I bake all this stuff, I'm like, oh, I'll just bring it into work and hand it out to people. I'm probably gonna eat it all. I've never had an issue with just eating. So if you guys have any questions on bulking, to me it was always like, the harder part for me was cutting than bulking. So I really have to like focus on what I'm eating, and like, even now, just with maintenance, I focus a lot on exactly what I'm eating every single day, versus if I'm bulking, I can just eat. That's what we were born with. I see a machine. So here's something that really sucks with the FX3. It's on sale for $200. I just put it in my cart, went to checkout, and the sales tax on it is $350. So the sale doesn't even pay for the tax. But I haven't seen at least the FX3A lower than 4,000. So I don't know. Tax sucks. Nope. That's my dilemma right now. Like, do I think it will drop more for Black Friday? This is saying it's an early Black Friday deal. I don't know. Because I want the camera. And then I just found out I have a lens that I can borrow. So I don't need to get the lens right away. I can wait for the lens to drop on sale. Decisions. It is slowly emptying out here. And I think I should have just waited another. I should have slept for 11 hours today and then showed up. I have like a paradox, right? When I am at a festival, I feel at home in a crowd. But then when it's somewhere like the gym or like the grocery store, I hate crowds. What's the difference? I don't know. I'm really out of it today.
Out here feels full. So yeah, good. See you tomorrow. Yeah.
I also just realized I probably should have done legs today instead of back. Because I have all the time that I want to work out since it's a holiday, I could have taken my time and done a good, like, solid leg day instead of having to do it before work tomorrow. I need someone to knock some sense into me right now. Final set here, and then I'm going to try buys again. And if anything, it's just going to be a really light set of buys. I still want to get it moving. I've been trying to massage the tender area in my forearm because it's like out here. It's whatever that part is. It feels like a knot in there. And I remember last time I had tennis elbow, that's what I started doing to make it feel better. It's right there. Yeah, right there. I don't know what it is. Done with that. Let's try something else. So these decline or incline or whatever they are, curls, as long as I keep it angled like I was doing like a month ago, it doesn't hurt. At least with 25s. So we're gonna do a couple sets here. I can definitely feel my elbow at the end when the biceps get tired. I feel like I say the same exact thing every single time. But this is the first time I think I've been able to bump above 20s since my elbow started hurting, which is nice. Road to recovery is long, and it's a painful one, but it sucks. Y'all think I should shoot for 220 this year? I was just gonna do 200. Should I get a little chunky? Get a little fluffy? It could be kind of funny to see. I usually bulk until, honestly, I'll bulk until I get tired or like I start getting winded going upstairs. Because at that point, I think you've gone too far. And last year, or no, 2 years ago, I was at like 210 to 215. But I think I'm a little bigger, so maybe I could hit 220. Could be kind of fun. A lot of eating, a lot of good food. These actually feel really good right now. I'm gonna sit here and do as many as I can. I'm gonna film one more, but since these actually don't hurt, I might do like 5-6 sets. Cool. We're on to set number 4. They're actually, my elbow is feeling progressively better as I go through these sets, which makes me wonder why. I have no idea. But I'm not gonna complain. Like right now, I don't feel it. You're good. You're good. I mean, one thing I am doing is this. I got the 10 pound and then I'm doing the like wrist curl things. But these also feel the best they have in months. Maybe I'm finally getting over the hump. I just have to make sure I don't push it to tweak it again. And then I should be good. I'm gonna do one more set here and then I'll probably, I feel like I can do more back. I might just go do, honestly, I might just go do another set of pull-ups, but not weighted this time. We'll see. So I've decided instead of just a final set of pull-ups, I'm just gonna sit here until I get 30, however long it takes. But that's the goal. Just because I don't feel like I hit my back enough. Being able to do a little bit of biceps kind of like brought up my mood a little bit. Also because it's getting a little intense. Grip hurts. It's like my hands feel dry or something. We're at 18.
Now you make the speed. Anything.
21. 9 more. Five more. It's more of my, like my calluses are getting crushed and that's what hurts. Obviously my back too, but like my calluses are like white right now. 5 more. The last one didn't count. 2 more good ones. Yeah, we're done. Let's go pose. What is up, friends? Here's my post-gym talk. These are the days that like I just wasn't feeling it at all, and I hate to sound cheesy with it, but these are where you have to kind of like show your grit and just get whatever you need to do done. There will be days where you just don't feel like doing it, and I think those days, I know it's been said before, but those days are the important ones, because if you can get through those days where you just feel sluggish, you don't want to kind of get after it, you don't want to, it's hard to get that full like drive and excitement going for whether it be a workout or whatever you're doing. If you get through those days, like the days where you're really feeling fired up and you're really excited, those days are going to be so much better, and these days will add up. Like a workout that you have to force yourself through is almost just as good as a workout that you're excited to do, because you're still getting it done, you're still able to push. You might just mentally, you might not be there, but physically you can still really force yourself to get a good workout in. And yeah, you're always gonna have days that, I don't know anyone who has 100% motivation the entire time. So just realize that sometimes you have to kind of force yourself through some days, get it done, and get after it, because those days, they add up and it's better than nothing. So that's one of these days, but I'm home now and I am going to cook some lunch really quick. This is like a really easy lunch that I've been doing recently. It goes along, here, I'll just show you. It's not exactly 3 ingredients, but it could be. So basically I have ground beef that I cooked up yesterday, bok choms, and then there's this chow mein like frozen vegetable pack. It has chow mein noodles in it and everything else. And so this is, what is it? 27 grams of carbs and 6 grams of protein. So 27 grams of carbs, about 50 grams of protein. And this has another 8 grams of carbs. So very easy meal. You just throw the frozen stuff into a pan. Once that starts getting cooked, you throw the cooked meat into the pan, warm that up, spray some of this on there, and you're good to go. But to spice it up a little bit, what I like to do, green onions. So green onions were on sale at the store, so I ended up getting like 4 or 5 bunches last time I went. But we're down to 1.5. This is some bok choy too. I might just cut that up and throw it in there because I don't know what else I'd use it for right now. I used it for dinner on Sunday. But yeah, so I'll cut up some of these green onions, cut up this bok choy, cook everything, and let's get to cutting right now. First off, let me get into the proper attire for this. Also, I had a couple people ask about this shirt. It's a Cowboy Bebop shirt that I just got off of TikTok. Then I cut it myself. If you guys want to see how I cut it, let me know, and I can make like a quick short video on that. All right, let's do this thing. My knife, look at that. It's like perfect frame. So I'm gonna do 2 of the full green onions. Yeah, but going back to the post-gym talk, there are so many days where you're just like, it could just be a random day. There could be nothing else that's going on. Just some one thing can kind of irritate you and throw you off. To me, today, I think it was how busy the gym was. That always kind of throws me off when I get into the gym. I love to have an empty gym. That's just who I am. But that shouldn't really affect me like it was. Like, I've fully felt out of it today in the gym while I was doing back. And then by the time I was able to do some buys, I said, or looking back, I think it's partially because I was able to do some sets of curls, but looking around, the gym was also less crowded. And you have to figure out what those external factors are that keep you kind of off, if that makes sense. And just be aware of them. That's a big thing, is awareness. There's a whole, I'm not part of this movement, but there's the whole like mindfulness thing, where just be mindful of how you're feeling and understand where those feelings are coming from. And when you finally do that, you realize that it's not really that big of a deal, and you can kind of just push through it. It's tough. It's not easy, but it is simple. That's a higher up wellness call right there, if you guys know who that is. Back to the meal. I chop up the white parts of the green onions. I'll chop these up in a bit, but pan. Actually, I'm feeling fancy today. This is not a necessity, but I gotta wok, so I'm gonna use the wok. Wok on the heat. Heat on. Let that get really hot. Fan on, so you don't set the fire alarm off, which I have done many times. It just happens. I like to keep some oil bottles, like little squirt bottles like this, up in this cabinet. If you didn't know, you shouldn't leave oil out in clear jars, because the sun can get your oil to go bad. You can either let it start smoking, or if you see it, if you see the oil just like moves around very easily, I think that means it's hot enough. Taking the frozen veggies and throwing them in. Get myself a wooden spoon. Stir fry those up a little bit until they're heated. They're frozen already, so you don't really have to worry about cooking them too much. Once they're like halfway de-thawed, that's when I'll throw in the whites of the green onions. And then once those are cooked down a little bit, I'll throw in the ground beef. Then I'll put the Japanese barbecue sauce on. Then while that's happening, I'll chop up the rest of the green onions, and then throw those on at the very end. And that's the order of operations, per se. Alright, this is looking pretty close to being fully de-thawed. So I take my whites of the green onions, throw them in there, let those cook a bit. Now if you have garlic or anything too, you can throw that in here now. I already have garlic in the ground beef, so I'm not going to add more because I don't need any more. Ground beef into the bowl. So I have an idea too, to kind of go through a bunch of different workout splits and stuff. But here's the thing, I've never wanted to be like a coach or a fitness coach or anything like that. First off, I think there's too many online fitness coaches to begin with, so I don't need to add another one to the whole roster of online fitness coaches. I'm just a guy who likes to lift, so if I do a workout split video, this will be 100% my opinions. Don't know if it's right, don't know if it's wrong, but I think it could give some insight. So that should be coming up here shortly. I just have to plan out how I want to film it properly. You know, I want to make it nice and cool, and I don't know, kind of that like, we'll see. But yeah, I think when it comes to coaching, I have been asked before, like, if I coach. I just don't want to coach. I just want to lift and, you know, kind of do me and do the gym. I'm just a guy who likes going to the gym, works a full-time job, has to balance those two things, and that's basically it. Back to the cooking process. The ground beef should be decently warm now, so I'll take the Japanese barbecue sauce. I'm not going to throw the bok choy in there, I just don't want to. And I pour it around the sides of the wok. Like that. And then mix it in. If you don't have access to bachans, you could just do soy sauce and oyster sauce, and I think that has a little bit of mirin in it, a little bit of sugar. But if you can get that, that stuff is awesome because it's basically a stir fry in a bottle. And since that is incorporated, I take the rest of my green onions, put them into the wok, mix them all up, turn off the heat, and there you go. That's a meal. It's been maybe 5-10 minutes. Super simple, super easy. That's what prepping everything early does, like the meat and the things that take the longest. That's what you should prep first. So like, you could do the same exact thing with rice and meat that you prepped, and then you just have a bag of frozen vegetables. Super simple. And there is my stir fry for lunch. It comes together in like 10 minutes. It's like 50 grams of protein, probably 30 grams of carbs, and maybe 10 to 15 grams of fat. Simple, easy, effective. Keep it simple, find your few meals, and learn how to cook them very fast. Anyways, I'll catch you next time. Thanks for watching. Peace out.